Oskaloosa Indians basketball action is on the air.
Brought to you by Mahaska, Bank Iowa, Clow Valve Company, Kelly Style Insurance, Oskaloosa Area Chamber, Petrito Orthodontics, Hawkeye Real Estate, Swim Sports, Awards and Screen Printing, Raymond James Financial Services, William Penn University, Fairway, Kinetic Edge Physical Therapy, Roxfort's Decorating Center, Pella Printing, Penn Central Mall, Oskaloosa Vision Center, Robert Auld Investments, and Mahaska Drug. And now, live Oskaloosa basketball action
on the No Coast Network.
The Oskaloosa boys are warming up, getting set for their game. Let's quickly go ahead and give you some preview. Hey, Coach, have you heard this guy, Garrett Sturtz?
I have.
Yeah, he's pretty good. He's averaging 32 points a game. He dropped 44 on Oskaloosa in the first meeting. He scored 47, a school record, after making 18 free throws, by the way, of 21 attempts in their game on Friday night, as they were able to outlast.
When I heard that he scored 47, I wasn't surprised. When I heard he had 21 free throw attempts, I was floored.
Yeah.
In a 32-minute game, one player getting 21 free throw attempts is absurd.
Well, he basically plays 1-on-5 a lot of the time because he really is the only offensive threat that Newton has, and he is an outstanding one, averaging 32 a game. He is a 47% shooter from the floor. Not a good three-point shooter, though, under 30%. He is an amazing free throw shooter, as you could probably deduce from the fact that he went 18 for 21 against Grinnell last Friday in a 6-point victory. Newton probably had no business sticking with Oskaloosa, but the Indians have not played very well on the road, especially in December. They didn't play well on the road. Here in this gym is a different story, though, Coach, and I'm sure the Indians are supremely confident as they are number one, and they haven't lost a conference game yet, and they've seen this team, and they know what to expect with Newton coming with Sturtz and more Sturtz. Coach Bill Lively probably has a couple of tricks up his sleeve, but what is Coach Parker talking to these guys about to try to keep them locked in a game they probably feel pretty confident in?
They should be confident. The one thing that I'm worried about is that sickness is still around. I know Ryan Yates didn't go to school yesterday, but he went today, so he'll be available to play. Foster and Henry have been sick. Several of them have been sick. Hafner, Blythe, all of them. And, we're not completely over that yet. So I don't know, what percentage we're at, whether we're 80, 70, 90, but I'm still concerned about it. And, yeah, Coach Lively's going to have some tricks up his sleeve, but I'm guessing that Coach Parker and Coach Foster are saying, we're just going to play ball. We're the better team. We're the deeper team. We're a whole team. We're not just one-man team. And I think that's what will ultimately show tonight.
Oskaloosa is going to head back to the bench, as will the Cardinals. Coach Lively, he got them to the state tournament last year, but that was with guys like Trey Vanderlaan and Connor Golson, who were sharpshooters that could flank Garrett Sturtz.
They were both all-conference players, and Golson is actually at Drake as their preferred walk-on. So you did lose some seniors there, but as long as Coach Lively's there, they're going to be competitive.
And that's one thing that we'll continue to try to figure out here, if you're an Oskaloosa fan, is just, you got Scott Sharp and Grinnell. You got Bill Lively and Newton. You have a guy like Joel Rankin, who's just installed about 17 different defensive looks for Dallas Center Grimes.
That guy's a nut for changing his defenses up.
But it
Coach
works.
Larson at Norwalk.
Exactly. This conference just is loaded with coaches, and you see with Coach Sharp and Grinnell, sometimes you have to have the players, but at the same time, you just can't take a night off. You take a night off, you're going to get caught by somebody, especially when arguably the most decorated player in the conference this year is on the opposition side tonight, as the Cardinals look to try to pull off an upset here against the top-ranked Indians, who enter, by the way, at 15-1 overall, 10-0 in the Little Hawkeye, a 2-game lead in Little Hawkeye play. They're facing off against the Cardinals, who are 9-5 overall and 5-5 in the conference. As Garrett Sturtz, the stud, is introduced first for the Cardinals. He'll be joined by Grayson Graham, a 6'2 senior who we didn't see in the first matchup, but he has kind of come on. He was a bench guy, the only bench guy really that Newton called upon last season as part of their state run. They ended up going to the 4A state tournament.
He was the kid who made the free throws to get them to state. I actually went to high school with his mother.
Yeah, we got to talk about that, where your feelings are from your alma mater here, the fact that you know a lot of these kids and their families.
There's no dividedness. I'm all maroon, trust me.
Grant Jarvis, a 6'4 senior, 6'1 junior Aaron Bartles, and then the 6'5 sophomore Quintrell Coley wrap up the 5'4 the Newton Cardinals. Spencer Tucker, the 6-foot senior for the Indians, he'll start it out as usual for the Indians as the point guard. He'll be joined on the off guard by 5'11 senior Tanner DeCock. He's a defensive stopper who will be lining up against Sturtz on the opposite side of the floor. Xavier Foster is a 6'11 sophomore, of course, highly touted, along with his running mate up front, Cole Henry. Henry, a 6'9 junior, and then finally it's the 6'5 senior Jared Cruz rounding out the 5 for head coach Ryan Parker and the Indians. So, Coach, you got Sturtz here. Defensively, game plan, obviously, it's great if you can try to limit him at some spot, but at what point do you just say, you know, he's just going to score a bunch of points?
I'm not sure what the staff has in mind. I didn't talk to any of them, but I remember the first time I asked my son, you know, what was the game plan for him, and he said, well, he can do his thing. You know, they're going to have to eventually beat us with somebody, you know, somebody else is going to have to do something. I remember that first game, he took 34 of the team's 44 shots.
And they only lost by 3.
Yeah.
He had a huge second half in that game. As Oskaloosa, I believe it was an 18-point lead that they ended up losing as Coley steals.
Very strange jump. Yeah, I'm glad they're doing that again because that was awful.
No, they're just going to give it to Oskaloosa. He stole the tip.
He hit it before it even got airborne.
Hey, when you know,
I guess when you're jumping against a 7-footer.
Yeah, when you're a solid 6
with a reach of 19 feet. I mean,
when you're a solid 6 or 7 inches shorter than the guy you're jumping, you got to get kind of creative. So it'll be Osky ball to start things off. The Osky student section, as always, making some noise. The Newton student section is saying, I believe that we will win. I remember
mentioned the Grayson Graham thing. He wasn't on the team. He just recently joined the team.
That's so
He
odd.
wasn't hurt or anything. He just wasn't on the team.
Pick and roll, but the ball poked away and stolen. It was Jarvis who got his hand on it, and back the other way come the Cardinals. And it's a look. Immediately, Bartles fires an air ball. Rebound Jarvis again. And they'll kick it out and reset the offense with Sturtz.
When somebody other than Sturtz shoots the ball, we got to rebound it.
Oskaloosa's student section chanting, I believe you will lose, after Newton does their customary, I believe you'll win, as a little hand check foul on the spin move by Sturtz. It'll be DeCock picking up his first, and Sturtz does a fantastic job of getting his way with the whistles. Let's say it that way. He has an abnormal high amount as he goes all the way around. Tough lane attempt. Foster effected the shot. Miss. Cruise the board. And Osky quickly the other way. Henry dodges one man. Lays it in with the left.
Nice little Euro. Got a little contact there as well and still finished at the rim. Good outlet pass by Spencer Tucker.
For Oskaloosa defensively, it's going to be about who else does Newton have.
They're just ISOing him in the short corner here.
Working on
him work out.
And he'll kick it out. Nice pump fake, gets rid of Henry, and Jarvis.
Good job by Foster, too.
Nice closeout, rebound by DeCock.
2 closeouts.
And then Graham, you can see his hustle, knocks it out of bounds on the outlet pass.
Cole got pump faked there and was out of the play, and Xavier left from the block and closed a lot of ground there, showing just how long he is. That was a great play.
6:53 left, just underway here first quarter. 2-0 Oskaloosa over Newton. Indian ball. And it's at the high right is Henry, surveys, and then leaves it for Tucker. Sets a screen. Tucker's got the larger Coley on him. They bounce it into the post to Cruz. He works on Graham with the left hand, kicks it out. Open 3 for DeCock. He knocks it down.
Good patience there by Jared Cruz. He probably could have shot a mini hook there with his left. Instead, moved the ball. We ended up with an open look by DeCock.
DeCock, with that make, is now 1 make away from being 50% on the money from 3 this season. He has been high percentage. One of the best three-point shooting teams in the state. Is Sturtz a little fade away from the free throw line.
That's a college move right there. He just created space with a little chicken wing push off that didn't get called, and that's a great move.
Tucker, he'll go all the way, but miss a little floater. Sturtz clears the board. Also helps that the guy who's guarding him is 5 inches shorter than him in terms of listed height, and that's DeCock at 5'11", and Sturtz listed at 6'4". So he can rise up and shoot a lot of the time if he's got any level position. He gets a screen here and gets switched on with a larger guy, and then a traveling violation on Coley. Do you like that? I don't like that. I would want to try to get DeCock to follow me all over the place instead of try to switch me with Henry or Foster.
I think it was a momentary switch just because Tanner got hit with a screen and Cole just stayed there. I didn't see the travel there either, did you?
No. Well, I was meaning for Coach Lively, though. I mean, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me as Henry on a pick and roll goes up with a left. Oh, my, and he flexes to the student section.
He caught that in one motion and went up. I'm pretty impressed with that.
That was a one-hand catch.
Yeah, he caught it on the run and went right up with it.
He didn't touch it.
Oh, there's a back lob.
Good job by
Xavier.
Foster. Foster pokes it away.
You've got to read that one. That's an old Kansas backdoor or back screen.
For their best player.
For their best player. You've got to read that better.
Yeah, but what I was saying on the last possession was they were screening the cock off, and it was Foster or Henry, as there's going to be a charge on Cruz, or Sturts, my mistake.
Classic the cock right there. Years from now, when we remember this team, that's one of the things we're going to remember is how Tanner DeCock led the nation in charge taken.
And was a 50% three-point shooter, and when he was asked to hit a shot, he was able to.
Yeah, he has been fantastic this whole season.
Either way, Oskaloosa off to a 7-2 start. They have the ball. It's Cruz lobbing it for Foster with 5 minutes to go, first quarter. Henry out on the high right, guarded by Coley. They'll swing it over. Tucker thought about the deep three. Now he'll get inside the paint, drop it off for Henry. He tries to get it to Foster. Nice catch. Ball was tipped by Coley. Missed the putback. Gets it back.
Dunk.
And then he dunks it with two hands.
I saw that one coming.
Timeout. Bill Lively and the Newton Cardinals.
I can't believe they didn't call a jump ball or a travel or something. I think the officials were kind of just confused on what just happened. He lost it. Once he got it back, he knew he was going up with two.
Well,
there's no way they can jump with him.
And he stat pads. He gets 2 offensive rebounds on the trip. So 9-2 Oskaloosa. As I mentioned, it was kind of weird how they were screening off the smaller defender, and a larger defender with quick feet still, and Henry or Foster was picking him up.
And that's the problem when you're trying to guard Oskaloosa is nobody has 3 bigs. I mean,
there's no way to match up.
Everybody has 2 bigs, but especially with athletic as the 3 of them are. And the Dunko-meter just got moved to 46, I might add.
Yeah, we got 2 dunks early. The Hawkeye Real Estate Dunko-meter now underneath the ads that are rolling there. I wonder how many high school gyms in the state of Iowa have a Dunko-meter.
Yeah.
Sturts loses to Cock for the moment and draws a foul, misses the shot, but he got him kind of on skates there for a second.
I just don't like it. I don't like the call. You know that's what he's trying to do. Tanner's not trying to foul him. He's initiating the contact. But
this is his game.
I know. I just don't like the call. It's almost like these officials bail him out.
He shot 21 free throws the other night.
I know. We talked about that earlier.
it's a big
Garrett's
number.
a great player. I know him a little bit personally, but I just get the little touch fouls all the time.
He makes them both, as he probably will most of the game. He's an 87% foul shooter. He shot 182 free throws. Oskaloosa doesn't have anybody who's shot in 60.
What have we shot as a team?
239, but nobody has more than 60.
We've shot 239. He shot 184 himself.
Yeah. Yeah. High pass. Cruz finds Henry.
He pushed him.
And he's pushed out of bounds. Official from the near side is going to end up calling the foul.
I think the official under the basket was just going to call him out of bounds. Wow. Thank goodness for that guy.
I think they're going to get Graham. It is. That's his first and the team's second. With 4:24 left first quarter, it's 9-4 Indians. Dunnekoven, by the way, came in to replace DeCock after he picked up his second foul on this other end. Henry comes to set a screen for Tucker. They get a switch. Tucker's got
we got to take advantage of that. Look at that. Mismatch.
Trying to get him to the high post. Cruz is going to drive, and we got a whistle, and we got a 3-second call as they say Henry had a foot in the lane. I believe it was Henry. It's either him or Foster. Either way, it's a turnover.
They called it on Henry in the high post, which doesn't happen very often, especially when you're straddling the line. You're at the elbow. That's kind of ticky-tack. And Parker's talking to the official about it.
Graham goes over to Sturts, who's now being picked up by Dunnekoven. He doesn't use the screen, rises from 12, banks it in. The kid's a shot maker. He can't hit a 3, but he certainly can get wherever he wants on the floor, and he gets a lot of calls when he can't.
They've got Sturts guarding Cruz. I'd like to get something for Jared.
Bad pass from Tucker as Henry stumbled out of the pick. Stolen by Sturts. He'll take it himself all the way. Rejected by Foster. He gets it back. And then there's going to call another kind of ticky-tack foul call. Coach Parker can't believe it. They're going to get Foster. That's his first. So all 3 fouls so far, it's been Sturts drawing the contact, and he receives the ball with 3.5 to go first quarter. 9-6, Indians by 3 as Foster pokes that away momentarily.
Good
Sturts,
hedge by Foster.
It's over to Graham. Here at the elbow, Jarvis over to the right wing. Here's a 3, burying it in Cruz's face is Aaron Bartles.
That's a big shot. When anybody but Sturts scores, it's a plus for Newton. And we're tied at 9.
Yeah, right. Just like that.
7 in a row by Newton.
Just like that, it's 9's up. Tucker step back on Coley, fires the deep three off the heel of the rim, and Sturts had great positioning underneath, makes the rebound. 9-all as Newton, much like the girls for Oskaloosa, let him hang around long enough. You never know what can happen here, especially with a go-to guy on the other team. Here's Jarvis, leaves it for Sturts, outside the arc. He'll step back and shoot a right wing three. That's on the way, and he can't get the roll. Foster comes out of there with the board, and then he's fouled by Coley, 90 feet away from the hoop. That is the third team foul on Newton, so the teams are equal in that regard. That is the first foul on Coley. 7 minutes past the 8 o'clock hour. You're listening to us on 99.5 FM and AM 740 KMZN, RadioKMZN.com, the KMZN mobile app. You're also watching us on RadioKMZN.com and MCG Channel 7. Emery Songer alongside John Henry as Foster goes down to the block, knocked out of the hands of Henry. It'll stay with the Oskaloosa. If you missed our girls game, it was an entertaining one, but Newton came out with the win 28-24. And here with 2:26 left first quarter, it's 9-9, Oskaloosa and Newton just underway.
I think Xavier saw Cole a little bit late right there. He was initially open.
Cruz dribbles with his left, spins on Sturts. I think he got a piece of it. Rebound, Nunnikov, lobs it to Foster. Foster tries to, and they're going to call a charge underneath. There's a good job. I believe that was Jarvis underneath who was able to take that contact. But
that's 2 on Foster.
But that was a little, I believe, a little ambitious to try to finish from that far out with a guy underneath.
At least he was being aggressive. We didn't get him out, though. Don't do anything here and pick up a third.
He's got 2 all the way to the rim, and he will call
a travel.
Sturts got called for a traveling violation. Yeah, I was about to say, he came down hard with the right hand. He's got to know where you're at.
I was afraid that they were going to give Xavier 3 there. We caught a break.
2:02 left first quarter, 9-9.
I was watching the action up above. He might have traveled. It got called, so it happened.
I plead the fifth myself, but the officiating crew's paid to make those calls, and they did. With 2 minutes to go first quarter, Foster does come out, replaced by Ryan Yates, who's been playing very well the last couple weeks. Tucker gets a switch. He's got Jarvis on him now. He drives. Sturts tipped the ball out of bounds. Yates boxes him out. It'll stay with the Indians. He's an active defender, too. He is not one of those guys that just plays one way. Yates gets it in. Tucker dribbles to the middle. Now over to the left side as he sets up the offense. Gets the double screen. Again, they switch Jarvis onto him. Over to Cruz. Outside the three-point arc at the top of the key. Picked up by Graham. Little rub screen by Henry. Picked up the dribble. Gets it to Henry. Henry fakes it. He wants to take Coley all the way. Little spin move. Lefty hook. Off to the right. Sturts comes up with the rebound on the weak side, and he'll push it ahead for the Cardinals. He'll get a double screen. Nunnikov able to stay with him. He gets rid of him for a moment, spins into the lane, runs into Henry, no foul call. Coley, the offensive board, gets the rebound, puts it up, scores it, and the foul. You talked about it. You have other guys that aren't for beating you. That plays right into Newton's hands.
Yeah, this is a 9-0 run by Newton.
And Oskaloosa hasn't scored for a long while, as that's the first foul on Nunnikov and 5th team foul on the Indians. Coley rattles home the free throw. So it is 12-9. Newton with a 3-point lead. Playing well here. Oskaloosa a little offensively challenged the last 5 minutes or so.
Newton came to play.
Here's Cruz. He'll go baseline. Cut off nicely with the help. They get it outside, and hit in the face is Henry, and Coley's going to get his second.
Yeah, that's big because he gets real physical with Henry.
And he is by far and away the tallest player they have to offer in terms of regular players.
Well, he's a big, strong kid. His lower body's really strong. He likes to get into Xavier and Cole and kind of irritate him a little bit, so him sitting down is a good thing.
5'11" sophomore Kyle Long's who they come in for, so they go way small after the switch, and it's now Jarvis who's picking up Henry in the front court. Under a minute to play first quarter. Osky down 3, 12-9. Cruz loses Jarvis, goes all the way. I think he wanted to try to slam it, but Grayson Graham's going to pick up a foul, and it will be 2 free throws for Jared Cruz, and this has been his biggest bugaboo this year. On the year, even though he's leading the team with 15 points a game, just 52.5% from the free throw line. By the way, that's 2 on Graham now. Front end of the 2-shot foul does go in.
There's 10 total fouls in this game already.
5 on each team.
In the first quarter.
And important players getting 2 fouls on each team.
Well, and that's Jared Cruz's first points as well.
He misses the second. Sturts had the rebound. Cruz knocked it away, and then it's out of bounds off of Newton.
Oh.
It will be Oskaloosa ball. as the official, I think, kind of got confused there for a second, nearly pointed Newton's direction, but Graham on the rebound did knock it out. It stays with Oskaloosa. Good hustle on the board. Here's Henry. He kicks it out. Cruz, he'll take the left wing three on the way short. Rebound Sturts. Already 5 rebounds for him in the game. 40 seconds left, and we'll see if Coach Liley wants to try to wait for the last shot and take a lead.
Heck yeah, they're not shooting this ball until the final second. He wants to end this quarter with a lead.
Well, he's got a 12-10 lead here with 30 seconds to go. Sturts, little jab steps. He can always pass it over to the right to Bartles, who is wide open if Nunakoven had a 5 count on him, but he does not. He's not going to dare Sturts to beat him off the dribble. Nunakoven already has a foul as well. 12 seconds now. Coach Liley says, let's go. Sturts sets up the offense. Crossover, a couple crossovers, spin move, goes all the way and traveled.
All their movement there was just smoke screen. That was all just a clear out for Sturts.
4.2 left here from the first quarter for Oskaloosa to try to do something. They'll bounce it in.
Spencer can make this.
Tucker gets into the front court, step back, volleyball line 3, off to the mark, and that'll end the first quarter. An entertaining quarter, but Newton did come to play, especially defensively, and they take a 12-10 lead into the second quarter. We'll take a short break and be back with more after this on the No Coast Network.
At Kinetic Edge Physical Therapy, we're proud to keep the Oskaloosa Indians and their fans safe and feeling good on and off the field. Kinetic Edge Physical Therapy is the expert in injury care, orthopedics, and sports rehab, with a new facility in Oskaloosa, complete with an open gym area in addition to several private treatment rooms. If pain is bugging you, come see the experts at Kinetic Edge for a free injury screen. Find out more, including why the Oskaloosa Indians trust Kinetic Edge, at kineticedgept.com.
At Mahaska Drug in Oskaloosa, getting your prescription filled is easy. The large covered drive-thru and easy access to the front door is convenient, and the friendly staff is always ready to help you. With a variety of goods and home decor, Mahaska Drug is sure to have the perfect gift for any occasion. Have your favorite photos developed and framed at Mahaska Drug's framing counter, and cherish your memories for years to come. It's all at Mahaska Drug in Oskaloosa, where they have been committed to a healthy community for over 20 years. Call 673-3439 or stop in today.
The first quarter we probably didn't see coming. Newton outscores Oskaloosa 12-10 and has the ball to start this second quarter. Grayson Graham, Bartles, Sturts, Jarvis, and Long out there to start for the Cardinals, wearing all black uniforms with all black lettering, all black numbers trimmed in red, shooting at our left hoop as we got an illegal screen on Bartles, gives it back to Oskaloosa. That's going to be the 16th foul on Newton, so anything defensively here or a loose ball foul will result in Oskaloosa free throws, which has been their biggest weakness this season. The team's sitting at just 58.6% as a whole. By comparison, Newton, you're an 81% free throw shooting team.
That's unheard of at high school
That's
level.
incredibly high. 58 is probably lower than average, though, for Oskaloosa, and that's something they've been working on all year. Tucker, pump fakes, Sturts is on him. Not a good size differential there. As Cruz, nice entry feed, can't get the finish, gets his own rebound, goes back up, a lot of contact, gets it again, and he'll dribble it back out, settle it down. He'll try to get it outside. It's Tucker. He'll lob it for Cruz on the backside, and he'll lay it in.
Good find by Spencer. Newton just got confused. There were 2 guards guarding Henry in the high post, leaving Cruz all by himself.
7:10 left, first half. It is 12-all, Oskaloosa and Newton. Newton basketball here in the front court as they run their motion offense. This is something we didn't see a whole lot in that first quarter. It was mainly Sturts creating for himself, and they eventually found open guys. Sturts now down in the corner, short corner. Little spin move, off glass, gets the roll over the shorter Nunakoven.
Yeah, see, without Xavier in there for that backside block, things are a little different.
Nice catch with one hand again. Henry kind of cradles it like a football. Too strong off glass, however.
A lot of contact.
And it's Graham who comes out of there with the rebound. For as many touch fouls as we've seen, I mean, there certainly was a lot more contact there than we've seen called already. As Sturts around Henry and beats Nunakoven to the glass and lays it in for 2. He's got 10 to go along with 5 boards. 30-second timeout Oskaloosa as Newton with a 16-12 lead. And obviously, Foster is not a guy that you can replicate very easily defensively, but how would you attack Sturts when he's got the ball?
I'd probably throw some double teams at him or something, make somebody else do something, or I'd switch everything to have somebody else on. I wouldn't care, what size they are or whatever. I try to do something, because this guy, he has got 10 points, 10 of their 16. You said he's got what, 6 rebounds?
I have him down for at least 5. Nobody else has more than 1 on their team.
And well, I'm impressed with it that Newton all these guys, they know that he's the man. I mean, you don't see.
They don't have a problem.
It's like Jimmer Fredette at BYU a few years ago. They're all okay with setting screens for him or not even being an option.
It's not common.
No. And that the parents are okay with it too.
Well, I mean, you got to credit the coaching staff and even Scott Jarvis, the AD over there at Newton, for just.
Well, and his son is number 30, so he's obviously bought into it.
Yeah, so good to see the community just whatever it takes to win games. Is Yates is going to be fouled out. And I believe that's long. That'll be his first. That's before the shot, by the way.
Osky was trying to post Cruz.
It'll be Yates to the line as that's the 7th Newton foul in the first half.
He's the one guy we want shooting free throws.
86.7%. Historically, DeCock's been good too, but this season just 63%. It is a 1-and-1 here for Yates. First one on the way, and he swishes it in. He's listed at 6'5". I asked him on Friday night, are you a baseball player or a basketball player? And he told me he's a baseball player. So if he's a baseball player and he's having this good of a basketball season, look out. Oskaloosa baseball is going to have one monstrous Ryan Yates as he makes both.
He's what I like to call a tall 6'5".
Interesting. I've not heard that one.
It's pushing 6'6".
6 minutes left. Jarvis is going to fire a three and splash that one in from the left wing. They've had 3 different guys come up with 3 points each. Sturts gets the assist. Tucker all the way with a nice little left-hand floater. Nobody really stopped him from dribbling the ball up the floor. It's now Newton 19, Osky 16 with 5:45 left second quarter. Osky wants the pace to really quicken as Sturts goes all the way. That's another tough shot in the lane. Can't get this one.
Nunnikov forcing a tough shot.
And then getting the rebound. Here's Tucker. He'll take his man off the dribble. Stuck in the air, fires it to the Tucker, or Nunnikov, I should say, back to Tucker. They'll get it to the high post. Here's Henry, a couple of power dribbles, goes up, can't get the shot to fall. Somehow collects the rebound and just little finger roll up into the air and it goes in.
Well, he got to use his left hand there. Good to see him sticking with it because that could have been dangerous.
5-0.
A lot of contact too. I don't understand why we get touch fouls with Sturts, but there's a lot of banging going on with everybody else.
Sturts too strong on this one. Nunnikov tips the rebound as Tucker. Tucker's going to drive all the way. Look at the bounce pass to Henry, who can't quite finish the layup.
Back.
Rebound Graham. Graham's going to bring it up all the way. Henry knocks it, or Tucker knocks it away. Ahead to Henry. Henry, a power dribble, goes up. Left hand poster on Jarvis.
Good job by Spencer. Cole Henry is dead tired.
They have.
He's out of the game. That's how he got the dunk, because he was kind of basket hanging because he was so dang tired.
4.5 to go. It is going to be a 3 from Bartles, top of the key, in and out. Osky likes this chaotic pace.
Yes, we like this. We like other people shooting the ball other than Sturts.
Here's Tucker over to the left wing.
Get some ball movement.
Yates looking down on the block. Nowhere to go for Cruz's. They had backside help, and Tucker will just settle it down here, and everybody can catch a deep breath in the crowd and on the floor. Here's Cruz on the left wing. Nunnikov sets a screen for him. They get a switch. Cruz, little spin move. Nowhere to go. Kicks it out. Nunnikov thought about 3. Goes baseline. A little lay-in with the right hand.
Good job, Tucker. Nunnikov.
Timeout, Newton. Oskaloosa on a little run of their own. They have scored the last 8, and it is 22-19 Indians. 30-second timeout.
Keep in mind, like I said in the pregame, we have some guys that are still battling the flu, so conditioning will be an issue. Again, I mentioned that Yates wasn't in school yesterday, but he was today, so he's available. And I know that Henry and Foster and a few of the other guys have been battling, so they might get tired a little bit quicker. So Coach Parker, as he did the other night, is shuffling them in and out. We're going back with Xavier for Henry here. I hope he doesn't pick up another foul. I'm going to say it so that it doesn't happen.
You got to say he will pick up another foul.
No, he won't pick up another foul. I'm going to say it so it doesn't happen.
But if you say that, then the opposite's going to happen.
No, I got this.
All right, we got this thing that we're sitting in is made of wood, so if you want to knock on it.
Hey, while I got a chance, I want to say hi to Whitney and Wyatt Steinloggy listening at home.
Whitney and Wyatt, I know those guys. Cool people. Sturts beats Nunnikov with a quick first step and lays it in.
We need backside help there from Spencer Tucker, too.
It's 22-21. That's a pretty easy play to draw up. They go down to the block. Foster, a lot of size, but he just gives a nice big elbow to Jarvis and picks up his 3rd foul on the offensive end.
I don't think it should have been a foul. I think it should have been maybe a travel, but.
Well, Henry's got to come back in after a quick breather, and X-Man's going to have to sit on the pine for the next 3 minutes and 36 seconds till we get to the halftime buzzer.
And I didn't knock on wood quick enough.
I'm just saying. You control a lot up here in the Crow's Nest, Coach. I've learned that over the years.
I did not know that.
Here's Graham, right wing. He'll knock down a three. Why not? Everybody's getting into the act on the three-point shooting here for Newton, and they have taken the lead again, 24-22, with 3:20 left in the first half. Nunikoven dribbles to his left, finds some space, kicks to an open Yates, left corner three. That one off to the left. Sturts the long rebound, runs into Graham. That slowed down the offensive break, but he's going to go all the way anyway. Run over Nunikoven. Offensive foul.
Oh, wow. 2 on Sturts, both on charges.
Good job by Nunikoven realizing that he couldn't do anything there. Coach Liley takes off his blazer in frustration.
Really surprised that was called a charge. Knowing how Sturts is, he gets those calls all the time. That's big for us.
3
now
minutes.
He kind of has to be careful now the rest of the half.
3 minutes left here in the second quarter.
Let's get the ball to Cruz and make Sturts play defense with 2 fouls.
Looking for
there it is.
Back door. He goes up and lays it in. Nice pass from Henry.
Good back cut by Jared. Good find by Cole Henry.
24 all. 2:45 left. Newton ball.
I would try to ride the Cruz train. Get him touches.
When he gets it going, as Cruz or Sturts all the way, and there's going to be a foul. Who's it going to be? Somebody hit him in the head. It's either Henry or Tucker, and it's Tucker. First foul on Spencer. It's 2 shots for maybe the most reliable free throw shooter in the conference, who's already 2 for 2 there in the game, and Sturts. Newton so confident they don't have anybody to rebound.
Why? Because he's not. They think he's not going to miss, so why not?
He makes the first. One more on the way. He does miss. In and out. Rebound Yates. So there's just 1 miss of the game.
There you go.
25-24. Newton does have a 1-point lead. 2.5 to go here in the first half. Pick and roll with Henry. He goes all the way. A lot of contact. Lays it in and 1. No, is that a charge? Yes. Underneath official calls a charge.
That is horrible. That is so bad.
Coach Parker can't believe it. He's beside himself.
Forget that it's my son. That's just terrible. I don't care who that call was on. That's terrible.
First foul on Cole, and the 6th Oskaloosa turnover. Both teams have committed 6 turnovers in the game, most of them on charges. 25-24, Newton ball with the lead, getting past Nunikoven, Sturts all the way to the rim. He's got 15 in the game. If he keeps getting that first step, and DeCock is on his way back into the game. If he gets that first step, you're in trouble. It's Tucker, little floater, and that's a tough shot.
Good rebound by Cruz.
Cruz double team, goes up and lays it in.
See, and that's a situation where Sturts can't really reach in to try and steal that because he might pick up his third. Jared needs to be really aggressive.
27-26, Newton by 1. With the ball, they'll set it up so where Sturts plays off the ball here with Graham.
How many fouls does DeCock have? 2. Okay.
That's why Nunikoven's got such a long run here. Sturts from 25 on the left wing. That's not his shot, and it's a bad one. Missed poorly off the back iron. Henry gets the rebound, brings it up. He breaks down his man, kind of scoops it over to Cruz, and then gets it back on the right wing. Now he'll put it on the deck. Wants to go to the left. Now he'll go to the right. Spin back to the left. Tough lefty hook. My goodness, with 3 jerseys in his way. 10 in the game for Henry. Does he know you're up here?
He does not.
Well, could have fooled me. Sturts thought about the mid-ranger. He wants you to say his name a lot as Graham airballs a 3 from the corner. Rebound, Henry.
And Coach Liley is not happy about that shot.
Cruz on the elbow. Back to Henry. Over to Tucker. Inside of a minute here in the first half. 28-27. Indians by 1 with the ball.
We just moved DeCock back to the bench. We're not going to sub him in. Probably good idea. He's got 2 fouls. Nunikoven's doing a good job.
Cruz pulls up from 10, misses the shot. Rebound volleyballed out by Nunikoven. That's one maybe slipped off the hand, but Jared liked to have that shot back.
Newton will hold here for the final shot.
44.3 left. They held for the last minute almost.
This is a great first half for them. They've got their pace, their score. We like to score high. They like to score low, and now they're going to hold the ball here with Sturts.
A bucket here gives Newton a lead.
Man, if somebody could take a charge on him right here, that would be huge.
That would be 3 on him.
Yes.
28-27, Newton down by 1, and they are just going to, and they're going to run the same exact play with a little wings action.
Yeah, well, all it is a smoke screen. They're just crossing to create something so everybody's occupied so Sturts can do his thing.
And he's gotten past Nunikoven a few times in this quarter. Now here they go, under 10 seconds to go. He lost the ball. Cruz gets the steal.
We got a ton of time. All the way, Jared, all the way.
Cruz leaves it for Yates. Yates to Henry at the horn, lays it in!
Good pass, Ryan Yates.
Henry with 12.
Great teamwork right there.
And Oskaloosa takes a 30-27 lead at the half. What a change there by
Cruz gave it up to Yates to shoot a jump shot. He instinctively just passed the and great job by Cole Henry to run the floor and not stand and watch that play happen. All three of those kids, that's a fantastic way to end the half.
And know exactly what the time is. He caught the ball in midair and scooped it with the left hand. He didn't come down with it. If he comes down with it, he couldn't get the shot off in time.
Sturtz turned it over with about 6 left, and Jared, great instincts to dribble, and I was trying to tell him, keep going. That's a lot of time. A kid like that can get a long distance, and that's what happened. That's a big, big basket.
Instead of Newton potentially taking the lead, Oskaloosa adds 2 points to their lead. They have a 30-27 halftime lead. We'll take a break, come back with a halftime show after this on the No Coast Network.
Main Street Oskaloosa is dedicated to giving our community the downtown they want and deserve. We bring vibrant community events like Art on the Square, Christmas in July, and the Lighted Christmas Parade to downtown Oskaloosa. We believe in the unique value of our district and work to support business here. Our city's history is important, and it drives our efforts in the revitalization and preservation of downtown. In 2017, we received the Signature Project Award for our inspiring and innovative placemaking efforts. Our goal is a downtown Oskaloosa can be proud of. For more information, contact Emily Brown at 641-672-2591.
We love to help people with their smiles. Petrito Orthodontics of Ottumwa and Oskaloosa is all about creating beautiful smiles and increased self-esteem that lasts a lifetime. We specialize in creating individualized smiles by committing to make each visit a memorable experience. Our office is equipped with state-of-the-art technology to ensure optimum results. For help with your smile, call Petrito Orthodontics.
For over 30 years, Pella Printing has been leading the way in the print industry with quality equipment, modern facilities, and skilled staff. The Pella approach combines old-world craftsmanship with today's cutting-edge technology to provide brilliant printed products at a value price. They take the time to understand clients' needs from design to pre-press to printing and delivery to build lasting relationships with their customers. Whether you need personalized graduation announcements, oversized posters and banners, marketing materials, or stationery, Pella Printing offers a broad assortment of quality printed products done with speed and precision. Pella Printing, where technology and craftsmanship meet.
You built a castle so that the prince and princess can live happily ever after. You brought the sunshine to shine upon the whole family's future. But when the sun hides behind the clouds, State Farm can help. We put the life back in life insurance to protect your family's finances, not only in the future, but today.
Call your State Farm agent Kelly Style in Oskaloosa today.
Hawkeye Real Estate is your one-stop source for everything real estate in Mahaska County and the surrounding area. Whether commercial, residential, or acreages, we've got you covered with the area's largest pool of real estate professionals, full-time support staff, and property management services. With over $19 million in sales volume for 2016, Hawkeye continues to be Oskaloosa's leading real estate office. Discover what thousands already know. When it's time to make a move, get the Hawkeye Edge.
The student community at William Penn made an impression on me. It's a real statement that you can come here and be part of something real.
You have the opportunity to participate in activities.
The coaches are awesome. It's easy to play for coaches that care about you.
The real experiences at Penn have helped shape who I'm going to be when I graduate. I work harder because I want to be part of the conversation in class.
I am a leader.
I am a trailblazer.
I'm proud to be a statesman.
Emery Songer currently being joined by John Henry. Of course, he's been my broadcast partner this evening. At the half, it's Oskaloosa 30, Newton 27. A good end to the half, but it's just maybe coincidental that you're up here, but Cole Henry with an excellent first half here, and it's good to see him play well during the first half.
He got some easy opportunities, got some easy baskets on some great passes by teammates. Good to see him get involved. I'm happy we're ahead, but it's a lot of game left.
Yeah, we talked about it, a situation where you have a player like Garrett Sturtz at any given point. The most important thing you have to do is just know what your game plan is going to be with him. Are you going to let him get his and try to stop everybody else, or do you want to try to deter him? Well, he had 15 in the first half, but 3-point shots made by Grayson Graham, Grant Jarvis, and Aaron Bartles, and Quintrell Coley had a 3-point play as well in the first half, so they were getting other guys involved.
That's the difference in the game. That's why I think it's a close game, getting other people involved. Heck, the first time we played them, I think they scored, 9 or 10, the whole team other than Sturts, and tonight they already have those 12 that you talked about. And for them to get that production from other people and us to still be ahead is a good sign for us. I would like to see us get a little faster pace, though. I feel like Newton wants to play slow and keep this game in the 50s. And Osky's high octane. We want to try and get this game into the 70s if possible.
Yeah, Oskaloosa went on their big run in that second quarter when the game kind of got chaotic. The teams exchanged some turnovers, but when it got fast is when Oskaloosa started to make some hay on the offensive end as well.
I look for Xavier Foster to be a big difference maker in this second half. He didn't have much of an input in the game because of the fouls. He will help with Sturts with protecting the basket. It'll make those drives to the basket a lot more difficult. He was on the bench. Heck, did he play 3 minutes?
Yeah, it was not a lot.
He will make a big difference with Sturts.
And then Cole needed a rest, and then he immediately came in and picked up his third foul. So we'll see how the foul situation. I'm sure Coach Lively's going to say if 34 is out there, go after him and try to get him a fourth foul and get him back onto the pine. But we'll see what happens. Oskaloosa led by Cole Henry, 12 points, 3 rebounds. Jared Cruz finished with 7 in that first half. We'll go along with the team high 4 boards. Garrett Sturts leads all players with 15 points and 6 rebounds in the game. We'll take another break, come back, and we'll have the second half for you. Oskaloosa leads Newton 30-27 here on the No Coast Network.
Main Street Oskaloosa is dedicated to giving our community the downtown they want and deserve. We bring vibrant community events like Art on the Square, Christmas in July, and the lighted Christmas parade to downtown Oskaloosa. We believe in the unique value of our district and work to support business here. Our city's history is important, and it drives our efforts in the revitalization and preservation of downtown. In 2017, we received the Signature Project Award for our inspiring and innovative placemaking efforts. Our goal is a downtown Oskaloosa can be proud of. For more information, contact Emily Brown at 641-672-2591.
We love to help people with their smiles. Petrito Orthodontics of Ottumwa and Oskaloosa is all about creating beautiful smiles and increased self-esteem that lasts a lifetime. We specialize in creating individualized smiles by committing to make each visit a memorable experience. Our office is equipped with state-of-the-art technology to ensure optimum results. For help with your smile, call Petrito Orthodontics.
For over 30 years, Pella Printing has been leading the way in the print industry with quality equipment, modern facilities, and skilled staff. The Pella approach combines old-world craftsmanship with today's cutting-edge technology to provide brilliant printed products at a value price. They take the time to understand clients' needs from design to pre-press to printing and delivery to build lasting relationships with their customers. Whether you need personalized graduation announcements, oversized posters and banners, marketing materials, or stationery, Pella Printing offers a broad assortment of quality printed products done with speed and precision. Pella Printing, where technology and craftsmanship meet.
You built a castle so that the prince and princess can live happily ever after. You brought the sunshine to shine upon the whole family's future. But when the sun hides behind the clouds, State Farm can help. We put the life back in life insurance to protect your family's finances, not only in the future, but today.
Call your State Farm agent Kelly Style in Oskaloosa today.
Providing high-quality professional eye care with a truly caring staff is what Oskaloosa Vision Center has been doing for more than 30 years. With our state-of-the-art equipment, we can provide comprehensive eye exams, prescription glasses, and contact lenses, as well as medical care like eye infection and disease treatment, emergency eye care, and pre- and post-operative aid. Newborn to adult, we have the experience to meet all your eye care needs. Oskaloosa Vision Center. Come see us today.
Look at that mouth. That poor, parched mouth. What'd you eat for lunch? Chalk dust? Did your face storm a sandcastle? You're being awfully quiet. Is that because your mouth feels like the business end of a Dremel saw? Is it because your mouth just wrote a haiku and all 17 syllables were dry heaves? Right now, your mouth could be tongue bathing in the refreshing citrus kick of Mountain Dew. Instead, it feels like you've been motorboating King Tut's sarcophagus. Show some mercy. Crack open an ice-cold Mountain Dew. You know your mouth wants you to. Do the do.
Emery Songer, Coach John Henry. If you don't know Coach Henry, you don't know nothing. Coach Henry is the head men's basketball coach, William Penn University. Which so happens, Coach, congratulations, unanimously number 1 in NAIA Division I. How about that?
Pretty happy about that. Players are happy about it, but we've got one heck of a challenge tomorrow at Mount Mercy. That place will be rocking. They'll be wanting
it's an odd gym.
They will be wanting to swarm the court to make their season by beating the number 1. So we've got to come out strong tomorrow.
Yeah, it's an odd gym. All of the seating's on one side, and then there's a big wall behind where the benches sit.
And it's freezing cold.
Yeah,
and they really dislike us.
It's gonna be fun. I can't wait. Anyways, we'll talk about that later.
Yep.
We'll talk Oskaloosa as they have the basketball with their 5 starters, Cruz, Henry, Tucker, Foster, and DeCock. White uniforms shooting at our left basket here in the second half, leading 30-27.
Get him off of him. That is a foul.
And it's double team. They lose the ball. Foster doesn't get the call, and Graham's going to get credit for the steal.
A lot of contact.
Well, we'll see if they can call it that way for everyone.
Yeah, if you want to play that way, let's play that way.
Backdoor cut, knocked away by DeCock on the steal.
Great play by DeCock.
Here comes Tucker, bringing the offense up. Lobs it. Henry wide open, two-hand stuff.
Great find by Spencer.
How do you lose him?
Yeah, I don't know what the confusion was there, but that's an easy deuce.
Just underway, second half.
And the Dunkometer goes to 48, by the way.
Hey, that's 4 in the game, which is nothing really new for this gymnasium.
Yeah.
Bartles open 3. And that one hit the backboard first. Rebound, Tucker.
I don't think this is the start Coach Liley wanted.
Tucker steps into a 3, top of the key on the way. Too long. Rebound tipped by DeCock, taken by Bartles. That's a risky play. DeCock with 2 fouls. But he's got a lot of energy. He didn't play a ton in the first half because of the foul trouble. He picks up Garrett Sturtz, who's got 15 in the game so far. Sturtz plays catch with Graham, gets it back on the left wing. He'll get a screen from Coley. And gets around the hedge from Foster, goes all the way to the rim, but can't get anything. Goes right back up, draws a cheap foul, and lays it in. And that's either going to be 4 on Foster or 3 on DeCock.
I think it's Cruz.
It is. Wow, I didn't even see Cruz in there.
Well, Cole Henry tried to wall him up, forced him to miss it, and then he backpedaled out of bounds, and Xavier and Jared, then as Sturtz got his own rebound, got fouled.
Well, with Sturtz, one thing that's interesting about him is the fact that he knows if he gets to the rim, he's going to go right back up and follow his own shot as he completes the 3-point play. 32-30, Oskaloosa by 2. But, I mean, at 6'4", he's got good enough size to be able to do that.
Well, he is the definition of wiry.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's a long 6'4".
You look it up in the book, and that's exactly what it is.
Henry goes on the baseline. DeCock leaves it for Henry in the corner. They're trying to get Foster, and they go cross court to Cruz. He'll drive all the way. He goes strong with the left hand. Oh, it went in and out. That's a tough break for Foster with a follow.
I think the ball actually got caught in the net.
It did. It got caught in the net, but it's got to go through the rim as a whole. Henry gets the rebound, gets it knocked away, but gets it back, and he's going to dribble it up the floor. Now, they tried to pull that on Friday, but it did go through the rim, as there's going to be a foul on Cole on the miss. The rebound pulled down by Jarvis.
Cole kind of got out of control there and forced the shot. There was a lot of contact, but then he went to get his own rebound and bumped him.
I would be interested to see how far that got down into the rim, because it was the net that knocked it back out.
We actually had that happen a home game ago for Penn, and they counted the basket.
Oh.
And when we watched it on film, it shouldn't have.
Oh, my! Foster destroys the Sturtz shot off the wall. Cheerleaders beware. I think it happened so fast, though, Coach, that I don't think the officials really knew how far it got down onto the rim. As Sturtz, that's a tough shot.
With all the ticky-tacks we had in the first half, now they're not calling anything.
No, there was a hip bump, and Sturtz knocked off balance. Either way, Oskaloosa gets the advantage. Here's Henry working with the left, spins back to his right, baseline, knocked out of bounds by Sturtz. It stays here. It'll be interesting. I need to check that rule just to see, like, does it have to, like, I don't know.
It has to go through, all the way through.
All the way through the net? Yeah.
I remember years ago, Charles Barkley dunked backwards and the ball hit his head and went back out, and they didn't count it.
That's funny. As the ball tipped away, steal by Coley. The round mound of rebound, always good for a good comedy act during his playing days.
And now.
And now, just talking about the NBA. Sturtz working on DeCock, gets inside the free throw line.
See, one of our big guys has to step up there and block that, or at least contest it. They both can't stand there and just let that shot go through.
DeCock didn't want to do anything too physical to pick up his third foul, so with 4:50 left.
That's where his big fellas need to step up and help him.
4:45 left here, third quarter. Tucker being pestered, and Graham takes it away, but they're going to say a kick ball bails Oskaloosa out.
Dude, all that reaching, that was a foul in the first half.
Nunakoven comes in, and I believe he's going to replace Foster. Foster frustrated he's coming out of the game, but with 3 fouls, you kind of want to buy a couple minutes here or there.
Well, and I think I see Coach Foster talking to Xavier Foster. I think that they're telling him you need to step up and block that shot.
Well, I'm sure he'll be back in the game in a short amount of time.
Because that's the strength of his game.
Absolutely, and we saw what he did to Sturts when he did step up and try to block the shot. He erased it into the front row. 4.5 to go here. Tucker left all alone, right wing, deep three. This one short, and the rebound knocked out of bounds by Jarvis. It'll stay with Oskaloosa. Good positioning by Nunakoven.
That's what I was just going to say. That's really good by Nunakoven.
It's 32
Not very
all.
often does Spencer get a good look like that, and usually it's money.
Yeah, he's struggling in this game. He missed his first 11 threes this season, if you remember, so he does go through some cold streaks. As Henry doesn't see Sturts drop down defensively, throws it away. Here comes Garrett, 1-on-3, runs over DeCock, lays it in, and they're going to say a charge.
Oh my goodness, yes. Tanner does it again. That's 3 on Sturts. All 3 of them are charges.
He waited an awful long time to make that call. The 2 officials who called the foul at the same time looked at each other forever before saying.
And the official that ended up making the decision, he's not even making the right signal. I mean, come on. You make the fist and you do the big dramatic push.
And you touch your head. You do the Karl Malone head hold.
I don't.
You don't know anything about officiating. What do you know, Coach?
Well, that makes up for the crap charge they called on Cole in the first half.
That's true.
There's Tanner. Oh, I thought he had a good open look there.
They swing it around. It's Tucker and a cruise to the top of the key. Still tied at 32 as Newton's still hanging around halfway through this third quarter. Over to the left wing, it is Henry. He surveys. DeCock down on the block, but doesn't have a size advantage down there. It's now Coley trying to guard Tucker. Tucker tried to lose him. Instead goes to the left wing and Cruz, and he'll knock down the 3.
That's a good sign right there. Get Jared Cruz involved a little bit.
Every game he's played well, Oskaloosa has won big. So he is a big difference maker. By the way, 4th assist by Spencer Tucker in the game.
Jared's up to 10, right?
Yep. Cool. And here's Sturts after a couple of screens. His 3 missed. Good one-handed rebound, Cruz. 35-32, Oskaloosa 3-point lead, 3:15 to go here in the third quarter. Here's Henry working on Coley. Lefty hook on the way, too long.
Strong.
Rebound pulled down by Sturts. He's now got 21 and 8 in the game.
That's a good possession right there. We get a little 6-foot mini hook. It just didn't go in.
Good hedge by
Take
Cruz.
That charge.
And DeCock just kind of fell out of the way, but Sturts misses the open layup.
Gets his own rebound.
And then goes right back up, lays it in, and charge again.
That's his 4th, and they're all on charges. Tanner DeCock does it again. We have got to get that rebound when he misses. He cannot get his own rebound, fellas.
He's got to come out of the game. They just pulled him out of the game. The crowd going wild for Oskaloosa as his whole bench.
The Newton crowd is booing and the Oski crowd is cheering.
It is unbelievable that he's gotten called for 4 charges in the game. That one, he missed a wide open layup after DeCock lost his footing and fell over in the paint. Great break for Oskaloosa. They lead by 3, 35-32, and now's the time to go on a run with Sturts on the sideline. 2:40 to go, third quarter. A couple of screens here for Tucker as they set up the offensive set. He's going to attack, pull it back. That was a high pass. They eventually get it to DeCock. Wide open mid-range jump shot around and out. Cruz tipped the rebound, but it hit the rim and went away from him. Kyle Long, who came into the game for Sturts, got the rebound.
I wouldn't be surprised if they held this ball.
2:20 left. They're down 3. They go to the left wing, back to the top in Jarvis, then over to Graham. Graham dribbles to the left. They do get a look for Long, but he doesn't really even thinking about seriously shooting it. And then Graham will step it back out beyond the volleyball line. Over to Jarvis. Bartles wants to come and get the ball. Nunakoven all over him. Newton has no real legitimate offensive option in the game right now with Sturts on the sideline. Everything that these guys get otherwise is created off of Sturts' action. What can they do here? Here's Graham. He goes baseline on Tucker, and he'll get called for a foul. Again, it's that first step. As soon as you're beat, they can pin you right there, Coach. A good ball handler. Graham's underrated, I think, in that regard as a ball handler. Just knew where he was and kind of felt the contact and got the foul call.
Graham's a good player. He's played a lot of basketball through the AAU circuit. He's not going to be shook by the moment.
Second foul on Tucker, third team foul. Good catch by Jarvis. Henry all over him, though. He tries to fire it to Graham on a cut, who had an open space in the back door, but Tucker was ready for the pass and was able to knock it out of bounds.
I like our ball pressure there. Without Sturts in the game, some of these kids are handling the ball that aren't used to it. Get all over them.
Looking to trigger. Bartles fires it to Jarvis outside the arc. And he just kind of waits for somebody to come and get it. And he'll give it to Bartles. who then goes to Coley, and they are really wasting some time. But then Jarvis shoots a three, missed by, and then rebound by Yates.
That was a laser.
They go to Cruz, thought about it, instead goes back to the volleyball line. Tucker over to Nunnikoven. Then he goes to Yates in the corner, trying to get Cruz down on the block. No real angle to get it to him. They'll go cross court to Henry instead. He's got Tucker wide open, top of the key.
Oh, I can't believe he didn't shoot that.
But he drives, leaves it for Nunnikoven, blocked from behind by Graham. Rebound, pulled down and secured by Bartles.
We're down to a minute left here in the third quarter, 35-32, Oskaloosa.
Savvy defensive play by Grayson Graham coming from the backside after Tucker thought he had set Nunnikoven up for a shot as Jarvis nearly travels and then throws it into the backcourt.
Foster's coming back in.
And he'll be back in, 51.2 left. Oskaloosa likely won't be.
They're bringing Foster for Henry with 51.2.
So they got
get him a rest.
And Foster got to sit for almost 5 minutes of game time.
Yeah, and we still have the lead with.
Still low scoring.
I'd actually like to see us get him involved here. Get him the ball once.
Good read by Jarvis, knocking it out of bounds on the pass to Cruz, 43.7. Osky's only scored 5 points in the quarter, but Newton's only scored 5 points in the quarter too. It's interesting. 35 seconds left. Here's Tucker as Oskaloosa sets it up. The Newton crowd chanting. Cruz gets a screen, gets a switch, goes on Bartles. Euro step lay-in is good.
Classic Jared Cruz.
He's got 12 to go along with 5 rebounds. And here's Newton to hold for
Coach
one.
Parker is telling his guys to come out and pressure a little bit. I think he's thinking what I was thinking, is that these guys aren't used to handling the ball.
Yeah, Jarvis picks up the dribble, has to wait for Coley to get open. Coley hands it off for Grayson Graham, 35 feet away from the hoop, gets a screen, and Tucker
down to
trying
5
to stay
seconds.
with him. Jarvis, he'll drive, a little touch foul on Cruz. That is the 4th team foul on Oskaloosa, the 2nd foul on Cruz. So with 2.1 left, that's not a terrible foul to give up here.
You can actually do it again if you wanted to. I wouldn't.
I wouldn't either. They'll be out on the side, so a quick inbound and shot coming here for Newton. It'll be Bartles to inbound, gets it to Graham. Graham shoots it over Tucker, way short, and that'll end the quarter. Oskaloosa withstands what was a very frustrating offensive quarter for both teams, but actually increases their lead. It is 37-32, Oski by 5. We'll take a short break and be back with the 4th after this on the No Coast Network.
If you are looking for brand names close to home, then look no further than Penn Central Mall in Oskaloosa. Penn Central Mall has a wide variety of stores for people of all ages. Find the perfect pair of silver or Vigas jeans at Maurice's. Get a pair of Oakley sunglasses from the smiling staff at Eye Care Partners. Cozy up with Ashley Furniture from Gilworth Furniture. And find that dazzling diamond from Gardner Collier Jewelry. When you're done, grab a bite to eat at Mir and Cheeto or the Pizza Ranch. It's all at Penn Central Mall in Oskaloosa. Shop, walk, and enjoy Penn Central Mall.
At Clow Valve Company, being the premier place to work is part of our core vision, and this includes helping our local community be a premier place to live. Clow cares and is committed to creating a happier and healthier community. By volunteering in local events and fundraisers. By donating to nonprofit organizations. By leaving a better tomorrow than today. Clow is more.
We are Clow Valve.
Well, Newton's hanging around, but Oskaloosa, despite only scoring 7 points in the third, only allowed 5. Garrett Sturt's back in the game, but he's got 4 fouls, and all 4 have been of the charging variety. It'll also Bartles along with Jarvis, Graham, and Coley in the game here for Newton. Oskaloosa with Tucker, Henry, Cruz, Yates, and Foster. They're going to run a couple of screens off the ball, get Sturts the ball. He's going to go with the right hand, try to step through. Travel violation.
He did too.
He's only got 21 points. I was expecting a huge night from him, but Oskaloosa defensively has really pestered him. He's been called for several offensive fouls and then a couple of travels.
Well, and you say that, Emery, and I hate to go against you, but they only have 32 points. He has 21 of them.
That's true. It's been a team effort, we'll say it that way. Here's Cruz, nice entry feed from
Cruz time, everybody.
He's got 14, tied with Henry for the team high, 5th assist for Tucker, but that was a great entry feed by Spencer to set him up. 7.5 to go, Oskaloosa 39.
That's the thing I love about Spencer Tucker this year, is he is a distributor. and he has really expanded his game.
39-32, this equals Osky's largest lead, which came at 9-2 all the way back in the first quarter. Sturtz gets a couple of screens, dribbles to the left, now picks up the dribble, goes to Jarvis, thought about the shot, Foster's there, no chance he'll shoot it over him. Back to Sturtz, Sturtz splits the defenders, goes all the way for the left lay-in, and they're going to call a goaltend as Foster going for the block hit the rim, but it went in anyway.
He split the double team. Henry hedged and he split it.
And then he was able to finish it. Even
I thought he was going to try and dunk on him, which I wished he would have, because I think Xavier would have pinned it.
Either way, it's 2 points for Newton and 23.
That's an impressive play by Sturtz.
Oh, for a 6'4" guy to split a double team like that, that's impressive. Cross-court pass to Henry left wing. Down to the left corner here is Yates. Yates back
We are really looking to feed Jared down low. We can't just stand, though, fellas. We got to get some movement.
Here's Yates out on the left corner. They are looking for Cruz. They go cross-court now to Foster. He beats his man. Look out! Oh, it's a charge.
Charge? And that's 5 on him.
No, I think it's 4. Just... No, it's Cruz.
It's Cruz on the seal. They're saying that. I hate that call because if you're trying to feed him in the post, it's okay, but on the drive he can't.
Right.
We actually teach that at William Penn.
Yeah, so that was away from the ball that the official on the baseline made the call. Inside out dribble, Sturtz all the way, blocking foul. Cruz had his position. There is no restricted area in high school basketball. If there was, he certainly would have been within it, but
I think if Spencer would have tried to take that charge, about 2 feet before he ran into Cruz, that would have been a charge. Sturtz kept going. Jared got there a little bit late and completely under the hoop. Like you said, there's no restricted area, but still officials know
underneath the hoop, you're going to get called for a block more often than not. As Cruz has to come out, he's got 4 fouls. He'll probably be back in a couple of minutes as Nunakoven comes in for him. 39-35, one more at the line for Sturtz, and he knocks it down.
So just when we start to go to Cruz, he picks up his 4th. We're going to have somebody
he picked
else
up one
step
cheap offensive foul, and then 20 seconds later got what he thought was going to be a charge. He got called for a block down here, so not a good 30 seconds for Jared. And once he got going,
this would be a big bucket here.
Here's Foster, lowers his head, blocking foul.
Oh, he's got to be more aware of that. That triple team's coming. I thought he was going to get called for travel.
Well, and Graham was in the area the whole time, but
he's so big. If he just caught it and squared up, he'd be able to survey and maybe pass to somebody.
So. A blocking foul is the 3rd on Graham. That is the 3rd team foul on Newton, so they still have plenty to give. Yates, timeout Oskaloosa.
Good call by Coach Parker.
And he'll call full. We'll take a quick break and be back with more as they talk it over. Newton hanging around. 6:08 to go, 4th quarter. 39-36. Osky by 3 with the ball when we return after this on the No Coast Network.
So here we go right here, my man. Are we still here?
We are still on.
Okay.
39-36.
Swim Sports is once again open in Oskaloosa. This is Doug DeCock, the new owner of Swims. Along with Doug Swim, we are happy to be open again. Swims has a wide variety of trophies, plaques, and engraving available to Oskaloosa and the surrounding areas. We have an assortment of uniforms, socks, and belts, along with other sporting goods at the store. Swim Sports also provides a full screen printing facility for your screen printing needs. Come check out the new store at 118 A Avenue East in Oskaloosa. The two Dougs would love to see you at Swim Sports.
Sorry for the technical difficulties. We are back. 39-36. Oskaloosa by 3 out of the timeout. That's a clutch timeout by Coach Parker after.
That's what I was going to say. That's a great timeout if we just about got the 5-second call. And then what I was about to say before we got cut off was this is a big moment in the game. You got 6 minutes left. Sturtz has 4. Cruz has 4. Who for Oskaloosa is going to step up here and get us some buckets?
Yates lobs it in for Foster, makes the catch. Graham behind him, but they leave Tucker open. Steps left wing. Spencer. That's off the heel of the rim again. Foster had the rebound, lost it off the head of Sturtz. They save it. Eventually Tucker comes up with it. They go to Henry down on the baseline working on Sturtz. Double teamed. And kicks it out, nearly stolen. But Tucker all the way. Nobody steps up and tries to block the shot, and he lays it in.
Coach Lively's not happy about that one.
They just let him lay to the rim.
You let the smallest player on the court dribble 20 feet for a left-hand layup.
Here's Coley, high post. DeCock at the scores table. He'll check in next dead ball. Nunakoven guarding Sturtz. He picked up the dribble, nowhere to go with it, then finds Graham. Graham back over to Sturtz. 5.5 to go, 4th quarter. Osky leading 41-36. Go to the high post here for Jarvis. Jarvis leaves it for Bartles. Enough space to shoot a three, top of the key. Off the back iron, rebound out of bounds, and they're going to say it's off of Henry. And I think they're going to talk about it because
I don't like that. It's got to be Oskaloosa because Cole was swinging towards our basket and the ball went to their end. It's got to be White.
And it is. The referees make a discussion.
I take back what I said about that official on the charge call in the first half.
Bill
Lively is standing
on the bench.
on the chairs. Zoom in on that.
Oh my goodness.
This guy is
Coach Lively is on the chairs.
I can't believe they're not teeing him up.
There it is.
They did. They just teed him up.
I can frankly tell you with confidence, I have never seen that one.
I can as well.
You've been around longer than I have.
I've never seen that one before, and that's why I was shocked because obviously you're just displaying your disgust.
He didn't say a word. He just stood there and waited for them to blow the whistle and call the foul.
You could make a case that he didn't say anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he didn't.
Can't he choose to stand on his chair? I take back what I said just a minute ago when I said I can't believe they're not teeing him up because he's not saying anything.
He just stood there, just on a chair. Second free throw. Tucker makes both of the technicals, and it's Oskaloosa ball. It's now 43-36. That could be a big play in the game.
That is huge. You just gave us 2 points.
But interesting. Now, the Oskaloosa crowd the whole way down the floor was clamoring for a tee, so maybe that got into the officials' mind that maybe that should be a tee.
Yeah, if we use some patience here and get a bucket here, it'd be huge. We could go up 9 or even 10 with a 3.
Henry working on Sturts. Kicks it out. Tucker from about 30 feet. That one's long. Sturts knocked away by Henry. He's got it back, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line for 2. How about that on the offensive glass?
That was a deep 3 by Spencer. Wow. Tanner DeCock and Cole Henry working hard on the rebound. I don't know about that one. That was pretty deep. If that goes, it's huge.
It is a 2-shot foul. Cole misses the first. Cole hasn't had an easy go of it at the free throw line this season, 58.6%. He's made some big ones this season. But
we just went out to Penn for about 2 hours the other night and worked on these two, so I'd like to see him make one for his confidence.
43-36. Osky by 7, looking to try to make it 8. Still 4:49 left in the fourth. Lefty's free throw is on the way, and he swishes the second. 15 for him.
Well, now I can tell him if we wouldn't have put that extra work, then he would have went over 2.
It's all about the extra work. Here's Sturts. Pull up as he loses the cock, hits the elbow jumper.
Big time shot right there.
And quickly. So going the other way, Tucker's got it. He goes stutter step. That's a tough shot off glass, but he gets it to go. You can tell he's had to be crafty when he was the little kid at 5'6" playing varsity basketball. And you can see those crafty finishes kind of coming to light here.
Spencer Tucker has just cold-blooded, man.
Sturts buries a pull-up 3. Oh, my. 30.
He's up to 29 now.
Oh, I had him down for 30. He's got 29, my mistake. Here's a shot, a lob for Foster, but a foul on the pass. It'll be a pass because Foster finished the dunk. And it will be the 7th team foul, I believe. No, it's only the 6th team foul, so. Wait.
They're giving him 2.
What?
They're saying that he shot that as an air ball.
Okay. Anyways.
We'll take it.
That is Graham's 4th, by the way.
We know that that's a pass because we've seen every game and we know what Xavier's capable of in that situation.
Yeah.
These guys, for lack of a better term, thought that was a shot.
Well,
we will take it.
It's a 2-shot.
Coach Lively is not standing on his chair.
He's yelling out offensive signals. 10 in the game now for Tucker, 6 in the last couple of minutes. 4 minutes left fourth quarter. Osky by 7, 48-41. Let's see if Sturts can
try to clear out here for Sturts.
On the right wing.
Henry just stands there and help. So does Foster.
A little reach-in foul on DeCock. He's not happy with it. And that's going to be a 1-and-1 coming. That is a 3rd foul on DeCock, his first since early in the first quarter. And it will be a 1-and-1 for the, as mentioned, probably the best free throw shooter on the floor.
In the state.
And in the conference and probably in the state of Iowa.
He's already missed 1.
He splashed in the first.
You know, Coach Lively might have gotten that call.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, subliminally, referees feel like they have to try to balance things out.
Coach Lively's a friend of mine, so I know I can say this, but I feel sorry for that chair.
Oh.
I can't believe it withstood that.
Hey, he's got some agility, though. 3:42. Here's Tucker. He drives, leaves it for Henry. He's got a two-hand stuff again.
Great find by Spencer Tucker again. How many assists does he have?
He's got 6. That time, it almost was like he ran out of real estate, but somehow found an angle to get it to Cole.
And the Dunkometer goes to 49.
And it's the 5th one of the night. Here's Sturts. Leaves it for Bartles in the corner, and then gets it right back. DeCock on him. There's a screen set by Coley. Good hedge by Foster. He picks up the dribble, goes cross court. Graham sets up a right wing 3. That's off to the right, but the rebound bounces out. Jarvis, he goes back up, reverse lay-in. A wild shot, no good. And then Coley able to get the rebound, find Graham, and then he traveled. Good hustle by Newton on the offensive glass, but they couldn't get a shot to go before turning it over.
Well, it looked like we just took for granted that we were going to get the rebound because we have more size, and we can't do that. Those are 50-50 balls that we should be coming up with.
3 minutes left here in the 4th. It's 50-43. Oski by 7 with the basketball. Here's Tucker. Plays catch with Henry. Has it outside on the right wing. Steps it back down to the center circle. Coley is switched on to him. So he's going to just blow right by him, go into the corner, and it's off Yates' hands. It was poked away over there by Graham.
That's a tough ball to catch. It was tipped first.
Well, he did the same thing he did on the other side, just kind of got caught in the air with nowhere to go with it. And then when he tried to make a pass that time, the angle wasn't there. 10th Oski turnover. Newton's turned it over 11 times, which is actually a lot more than they usually turn it over. Sturts gets past DeCock all the way and lays it in just ahead of the block attempt by Foster.
We've been hedging that. I don't know why we didn't there.
50-45. Oski
is deceptively quick.
Oski holding on to a 5-point lead. Newton still hanging around.
It looks like we're trying to work the ball into Xavier Foster. Jared Cruz has 4 fouls, but there's only 2 minutes left. I might bring him back in.
Here's Foster, high post. He'll put it on the deck. Over to Henry on the right wing, guarded by the smaller Graham. He'll swing it around, get it to the left wing and Tucker. Over to Yates, top of the key. Foster puts it on the deck, rises from 18. That's a tough shot, nothing but the backboard. Rebound pulled down by Aaron Bartles. Cruz is at the scorer's table with 1:50 to go in the 4th, 50-45. Newton trying to cut the lead to a one-possession game. Sturts lost the dribble, able to get it back. He gets another screen. There's the big hedge. Man, he's lost the dribble twice here. Thought about a deep 3. Plays catch with Bartles to get it back. They'll clear out for him again.
They have to score here.
Well, he's going to step through past DeCock, airball the shot, but Coley's right there by himself. Functions as a pass, and Oski, yeah, they're going to give Coach Liley. He was calling a timeout as soon as the ball went in the hoop. And Sturts goes to the bench saying, let's get loud, Cardinals fans, and why not? They are again within 3 here with under 2 minutes to play. And the full timeout will keep it here. It is Oskaloosa 50, Newton 47. 4th quarter, last 2 minutes. Oskaloosa has the ball. 3 minutes past the top of the 9 o'clock hour. You're listening to us live on 99.5 FM, 740 AM, KMZN, and the KMZN mobile app, watching us live on MCG Channel 7 and RadioKMZN.com. Emery Songer, William Penn University men's basketball coach John Henry up here in the Crow's Nest. Coach, this is a little closer than I think we all expected it would be.
Yeah, it is, quite honestly, and I don't like it. I've already got anxiety having my boy out there, but at home, this is way too close.
Well, this is by far and away.
I prefer those blowouts that we've been having here in the Oskaloosa gym.
This is by far and away, Coach, the closest they've ever had to play anybody in this gym all
not
year.
Even close. So the 18-point win versus Pella Christian.
That was it.
And everything else has been 20 or 30. Newton has been game since the very beginning, though. We had a 9-2 lead. They came back and gave us a 12-9 game, and from there it's been back and forth.
Oskaloosa was able to get that 7-point lead a couple of different times, but with a guy like Sturts, who's a natural scorer, an ability to score the ball at will, and he's come through with 33 points in the game already.
It'll be very interesting to see what Coach Parker's got drawn up here. This is a big possession.
Foster has come to the bench.
We really don't have to do anything. We could hold the ball, or you go for a bucket to make it 5.
They go underneath. It is Cruz. Little hook shot over Coley. Gets the roll.
Big time.
They wanted to dial up the Cruz machine.
You get a stop here, you hold the ball.
Oh, blocking foul that time. DeCock certainly was moving his feet, but it was whether or not the contact was fully initiated by Sturts. They say DeCock that time slid in under the contact, and it will be a 1-and-1 for Garrett Sturts, as that's the 8th team foul and the 4th on DeCock.
And I will say this again, I think Coach Liley made that call again.
He didn't even say anything, so he saved his voice.
He set it all up.
Front end, Garrett Sturts makes it.
The technical set a lot of these up.
You You know what that's like to get the officials to kind of swing here is he makes them both.
A time or two. Again, 1 minute left.
All right, so Oskaloosa with the ball. They get through the little half-hearted full court pressure.
Get out of the corner.
Yates,
there you go.
Cross court.
We can play catch.
Nice pass to Henry. He's fouled on the dunk attempt. Jarvis.
Don't do anything dumb, Cole.
Yeah, him and Jarvis had a couple of words after the contact, and Cole will go to the line to shoot a couple. They will talk to Jarvis to settle him down. So it's 52-49. It's a one-possession game, 56.3 left. A good look from Tucker set up the look for Henry, but he's going to have to go to the line.
I don't think Cole's mom's going to appreciate that. Needs to make at least one of these. Come on. There you go.
Makes the first.
So it's a 4-point game with 56.3.
Hey, I like this Cole Henry. You know, his freshman year, he's very quiet. You can see on the floor he's quiet. He is an attacker now, but he missed the free throw. Jarvis gets the rebound, but it is a two-possession game.
Still a two-possession game.
Here's Graham. They are trying to run Sturts off screens, and there's a foul, and if it's on DeCock, that's 5, and he's done. Nunikoven will have to check in for him.
So inconsistent. I just don't understand what. They're both jockeying. They're both bumping each other.
And we've seen a lot more contact on Sturts in this half.
And
that wasn't Cole.
This is what he does. He gets so many. How many free throws is that?
He's already shot 11, and he's going to the line for 12, potentially 13. Good hand and the entire Coach Parker saying, get loud, over on the benches. The front end of the 1-and-1 on the way. Nothing but net by one of the most clutch players you'll see.
I want to say this, too. Sturts' conditioning is outrageous because he's running around all night trying to do all this, and he still steps up here late in game, knocks down free throws. It's amazing.
He's 11 for 12 at the line. He's got 36. Looking for 37 to make it a 2-point game with 47.6 left in regulation.
They have to foul us.
He makes them both. Coach Lively wants time. Yeah, this kid's good. He scored 44 in the first game. He's got 37 now. Oskaloosa has a 53-51 lead. Full timeout called by Coach Lively to set up the defense, what he wants to do trapping-wise, and how quickly he wants to set up a fouling situation. What do you draw up if you're Coach Parker?
I know if I'm Coach Parker that's coming. Some junk defense or jump and run and jump defense is coming. They're going to try and force a turnover before they foul. You want to keep everybody spread out. You've probably worked on this situation before. At Penn, we call it clock, where we're ahead. We don't have to shoot anymore. We're playing keep away. We're not a good free throw shooting team. I don't know you want to keep the ball probably in Ryan or Spencer's hands. Keep it away from maybe Cole and or Jared as much as possible, but if you have to, you're going to because you do have the lead. After that, you have 3 timeouts. If you get in a compromised situation, you call a timeout. Saving those timeouts is big because 3 is a lot.
Yeah, so they'll have options here. We'll see who comes out to start. It'll be Henry, Tucker, Yates, Nunikoven, and Cruz. So you do have the 2 guards out there that are your 2 best by far free throw shooters in Yates and Tucker. Both crowds making a lot of noise here in this one. Here we go. Full court pressure being shown man-to-man style by Newton. Inbound comes to Cruz, and he'll be fouled immediately by Jarvis, which is a smart play.
They're going to do the opposite. They're going to make this game longer.
Yep. And bank on missed free throws.
We miss free throws, and Sturts makes his, basically.
Jarvis has 3 fouls in the game. That is the 8th team foul, so it is a 1-and-1. So this is a big first free throw for Jared Cruz.
You know, one thing you also could do is if somebody other than Sturts catches it, foul them.
You could.
I mean, that's
front end.
Nice.
Got it.
That is big by Jared. Now this would make it a 2-possession game. This is a huge free throw.
The entire crowd on their feet for both sides. One more for Cruz to make it a 2-possession lead, as Coach mentioned. It's on the way. Got it.
Oh my goodness, that's big.
Nothing but net. Coach Parker.
Coach Parker, yeah. Use one of your 3. You still got 2 left.
And he wants to set up a defense maybe to chat now, so we'll keep it here. It is a full timeout. 55-51 now. Oskaloosa with 2 clutch free throws by Cruz, and that's the clutchest free throws he's made all season long. There's still 46 seconds left, Coach. You know who's going to get the basketball.
It'll be interesting to see what we do defensively here.
But you know who's getting the ball.
Yeah. You could just switch everything and see what happens. I don't know what they'll do. I really don't, because you know it's going to him.
What would you do?
With Sturts? Quite honestly, if I'm Newton, I might use Sturts as a decoy and get Graham or what's the other kid that's made one?
Bartles.
I might see if we can get him a wide open look, roll the dice a little bit. Because you know that Osky right now is gearing for Sturts. roll the dice. You're not supposed to be in this game. This is the number 1 team in the state at their place. They've been housing people here. Roll the dice, maybe get one of those two, a wide open look at a 3, and then you only have 1 timeout. You don't want to waste that, and then press right away. I'd probably foul again as well to test the 3-point shooting of Osky.
Well, they have hit Graham, Jarvis, and Bartles all have hit a 3-point shot in this game. So
no, I'm not saying that's what they're going to do, but you could really think about it because everybody in this gym thinks the ball is going to Garrett Sturtz.
All right, it'll be Graham to bring it up out of the timeout for Newton. Jarvis to inbound. Oskaloosa obviously not showing any pressure. 45 seconds left in regulation. Osky by 4, 55-51. Here's Sturtz, right wing. 2 guys were on him initially. Now he'll go all the way to the rim and lay it in as he got positioning.
Look up.
Here's Yates. They don't foul him. They get it ahead to Cruz. Cruz finds Nunnikov. All the way. Lays it in.
Travel. He got away with an obvious travel.
Well, he lays it in for 2.
We will take it.
Sturtz now trying to panic. 20 seconds left.
Taking too much time.
He's going to go all the way, draw the foul, and finish. What a finish.
That's okay. We are still ahead.
He'll go to the line to try to complete a 3-point play. The foul is the 3rd on Cole Henry.
I think Henry was trying to foul him, and he still got the shot off.
Yeah, I mean, it was a hard foul, and Sturtz somehow got the finish.
He's up to 40 now.
1 more. Got it.
Keep the ball, Ryan Yates.
Yates gets it over to Henry. Henry brings it up, leaves it for Tucker.
Spencer. Keep it.
Gets it back to Henry. Henry back to Yates.
Keep it, Ryan. Keep it. Good.
And then he's fouled hard up around the face by Graham. 6.8 left. And
I cannot believe they didn't foul Henry.
Well, I can't believe it took so long, as that's Graham's 5th. He's out long back in. So Graham's out of the game.
That's why I kept saying Spencer and Ryan should keep it because they're our best free throw shooters.
They're going to talk about this. He was hit up around the head on the foul. Now, that's a tough call to make at this juncture in a 1-point game, that they would call an intentional foul up around the head, which would give him 2 free throws, and Osky has the ball.
I'm a little worried because even if he makes them, it's still a 1-possession game.
Right, but Sturtz is not typically a great 3-point shooter, so it'd have to be somebody else who draw the free throw.
If he makes them both, do you foul?
I'm not a fan of that.
I'm not either, but a lot of coaches are.
Coach,
we're gonna if Ryan makes both these, we're gonna find out what Ryan Parker's philosophy is on it.
Yeah, timeout Liley. He can call that timeout before the free throw, so he's icing the shooter in Ryan Yates. Yates on the season comes in at 87% from the line, but only had shot 15 free throws this year. He's shot 2 in this game. He's made them both, so he's 15 of 17 on the season, but has had clutch ones this season and has made the clutch ones this season.
I'm fairly confident. Again, I want to touch on this again. In my line of work, it's one of the hottest topics is do you foul up by 3? I don't like to do it. I've actually lost a game doing it where they missed the free throw. They made the first one, missed the second, they hit a 3 and beat us. A lot of coaches around the country do foul though here.
Yes. I mean, if you're up 3, they can't beat you if you don't.
If he misses, Newton does not have any timeouts, so they're going to have to come down and run a play to either tie or
go for the win
or win the game.
And there's 6 seconds left in the game. So this is a photo finish here from the Osky Gymnasium.
If I'm Oskaloosa, if he makes this first one, I think I'd take another timeout and discuss the time and score on a make or miss of the second. Oh, it's a 1-1.
It's still a 1-1.
Oh, it's a 1-1. I'd call a timeout if he makes this first one.
The front end of the 1-1 from Yates on the way. In and out, missed it. Rebound, Jarvis. Gets it to Sturtz, 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Sturtz pulls up, tries to draw contact, just fires it up, misses. No foul called, Osky survives.
That is the definition of survive.
The officials swallowed the whistle as Sturtz tried to draw contact after the pump fake. And Oskaloosa somehow, even with Yates missing a free throw, wins.
And that's what you settle for. I mean, if he goes into the paint and gets hit, it's a foul. I'm so shocked that Garrett Sturtz did that because if he's aggressive and gets in the lane, he's going to get fouled or he's going to get a bucket to win the game. I'm so happy as an Oskaloosa fan and parent that he shot the 3 because that was inevitably why we won.
And on top of that, this was by far and away, the fourth quarter was the only quarter that had any sort of offensive explosion, and of the 24 points that were scored, 22 of them were Garrett Sturtz in the fourth quarter yet again. He finishes with 42 in the game, but missed what could have been the game-winning shot.
Yeah, and I'm just surprised at his decision there to pull up for three. You're only down one.
Right.
And he's been getting those calls.
Well, he didn't get a call there, and they didn't get a chance to finish.
I don't think he got fouled, honestly.
No, absolutely not. You can't call that.
I think it was Nunnikoven was standing there stationary, or was it Ryan?
It was either way, they were standing straight up, and they were not committing a foul. It was a smart defensive play, not a smart offensive play, and Oskaloosa was able to survive a 57-56 barn burner here in Oskaloosa to move to 16-1 this year and 11-0 in conference play. We'll take a break. Come back with the post-game show, break it down, give you the full stats of the game right after this on the No Coast Network.
If you think there's room for improvement in your investment game plan, or that maybe you should send in some new plays, take a time out and talk to an experienced investment professional. I'm Bob Auld of Robert Auld Investments, an investment advisor with over 31 years of experience in Oskaloosa and Southern Iowa. Let me help you find some new strategies. Call 673-9448 or 1-800-444-AULD.
Robert Auld is a registered representative offering securities and investment advisory services through SagePoint Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC.
At Kinetic Edge Physical Therapy, we're proud to keep the Oskaloosa Indians and their fans safe and feeling good on and off the field. Kinetic Edge Physical Therapy is the expert in injury care, orthopedics, and sports rehab, with a new facility in Oskaloosa, complete with an open gym area in addition to several private treatment rooms. If pain is bugging you, come see the experts at Kinetic Edge for a free injury screen. Find out more, including why the Oskaloosa Indians trust Kinetic Edge, at kineticedgept.com.
Dreams start early, illustrated straight from the heart. Big or small, dreams take hard work to grow into reality. To bring your dreams to life, sometimes you need a little help. So surround yourself with people who believe in your dreams and count on Bank Iowa to help you reach them. Bank Iowa, for the dreamer in all of us.
At Mahaska Drug in Oskaloosa, getting your prescription filled is easy. The large covered drive-thru and easy access to the front door is convenient, and the friendly staff is always ready to help you. With a variety of goods and home decor, Mahaska Drug is sure to have the perfect gift for any occasion. Have your favorite photos developed and framed at Mahaska Drug's framing counter, and cherish your memories for years to come. It's all at Mahaska Drug in Oskaloosa, where they have been committed to a healthy community for over 20 years. Call 673-3439 or stop in today.
Hawkeye Real Estate is your one-stop source for everything real estate in Mahaska County and the surrounding area. Whether commercial, residential, or acreages, we've got you covered with the area's largest pool of real estate professionals, full-time support staff, and property management services. With over $19 million in sales volume for 2016, Hawkeye continues to be Oskaloosa's leading real estate office. Discover what thousands already know. When it's time to make a move, get the Hawkeye Edge.
The student community at William Penn made an impression on me. It's a real statement that you can come here and be part of something real.
You have the opportunity to participate in activities.
The coaches are awesome. It's easy to play for coaches that care about you.
The real experiences at Penn have helped shape who I'm going to be when I graduate. I work harder because I want to be part of the conversation in class.
I am a leader.
I am a trailblazer.
I'm proud to be a statesman.
The Oskaloosa team just came back out through the tunnel from the locker room with the final score victory of 57-56. The two closest games they've played this season are at Newton, a 3-point win, 56-53, and at home against Newton, 57-56. They survived by 1 point. Emery Songer alongside Coach John Henry up here in the Crow's Nest. And Coach, I mean, first of all, you can take a deep breath now that the game is over, but there were a lot of things in this game that kept Newton in it. And it's just something about this team. Garrett Sturts, Bill Liley, this entire thing, they're a thorn in Oskaloosa's side.
So, sometimes, you know, when you're a really good team, if you're ranked number one, you just survive. And sometimes there are teams that their system, their style, and their personnel are just a bad matchup for you. Personally, Baker is that way for me. They could be,
and they're like 3-7 in the conference.
Yeah, they could be 3-7 in the conference. And every time we play them, they're slow, deliberate, and they give us fits. And I think this Newton team, specifically Bill Liley's team, gives us fits. You know, and they're going with one player. Last year was two, and it just, for whatever reason, they're a thorn in our side, and we don't have to play them ever again because they're 4A. So we won't play them again. He won't be back, I don't believe. Neither will Garrett Sturtz, is not getting a 6th or 5th year of eligibility. So,
yeah.
You know, a great player and a great coach, and we don't have to face him ever again. So you take the win and you go on, and that's all that matters. You know, survive and move on. It doesn't. At the end of the year, nobody's going to say, "Yeah, you went 25-1, but you barely beat Newton."
No.
Nobody talks about that.
Dub's a dub.
Winning is the ultimate goal, and that's really, you know, that's all that really matters.
We're going to take a short break. Coach Parker will be joining me right after this on the No Coast Network.
Lighton State Bank understands that everyone's financial needs and goals are different. That's why it's essential for you to bank with a local bank that knows you personally and professionally. Lighton State Bank is that bank. They understand your financial situation and work diligently to help you reach your financial goals. They're committed to working with you and for you every step of the way. Lighton State Bank, serving you from Lighton, Pella, and Monroe. Grow strong with us, member FDIC.
Main Street Oskaloosa is dedicated to giving our community the downtown they want and deserve. We bring vibrant community events like Art on the Square, Christmas in July, and the Lighted Christmas Parade to downtown Oskaloosa. We believe in the unique value of our district and work to support business here. Our city's history is important and it drives our efforts in the revitalization and preservation of downtown. In 2017, we received the Signature Project Award for our inspiring and innovative placemaking efforts. Our goal is a downtown Oskaloosa can be proud of. For more information, contact Emily Brown at 641-672-2591.
We love to help people with their smiles. Petrito Orthodontics of Ottumwa and Oskaloosa is all about creating beautiful smiles and increased self-esteem that lasts a lifetime. We specialize in creating individualized smiles by committing to make each visit a memorable experience. Our office is equipped with state-of-the-art technology to ensure optimum results. For help with your smile, call Petrito Orthodontics.
For over 30 years, Pella Printing has been leading the way in the print industry with quality equipment, modern facilities, and skilled staff. The Pella approach combines old world craftsmanship with today's cutting-edge technology to provide brilliant printed products at a value price. They take the time to understand clients' needs from design to pre-press to printing and delivery to build lasting relationships with their customers. Whether you need personalized graduation announcements, oversized posters and banners, marketing materials, or stationery, Pella Printing offers a broad assortment of quality printed products done with speed and precision. Pella Printing, where technology and craftsmanship meet.
We're back here live in the Crow's Nest. Emery Songer currently being joined by Victoria's head coach Ryan Parker. Coach, congratulations first and foremost. This one was a little bit exciting, I think. We haven't had a lot of close games. Your two closest games this season, win or lose, was 3 points at Newton and then 1 point here. What is it about this team that keeps it so tight for you guys?
Well, I think Coach Lilly does a really good job running some sets and stuff, and they revolve everything around Garrett Sturtz. Garrett Sturtz is a hell of a player. His first call, he got that drew a foul, and I said to the officials, he can't have the LeBron treatment all night long because he does. He gets every single call.
He shot 21 free throws on Friday night against Grinnell.
How many did you shoot tonight?
I had 14 for him.
He gets every call, and it doesn't matter if he gets bumped or not. For some reason, they just give him calls, and it's unfortunate because he's a really good player, and that stigma shouldn't follow him. We just, again, what do you have? 42, and we gave up 44 the first time. It's just one of those things that happens. It may be a style of play that really haunts us a little bit. They switch a little bit. They front the post. They do a little stuff that we don't normally see. But win to win. We need close games like that. I was talking to you off the air. We need close games because what happens in districts or sub-states or you get to state and you're in a close game and you've really never been in one. And so we need games like this.
A lot of these kids were a part of last year's team, and every close game you guys just couldn't find a way to gut out.
Yeah.
You've gut out a few real tight games, especially this one tonight, and it was the mix of Cole Henry and Jared Cruz. Xavier really never got going offensively, but you had those two at different points. Cole especially in the first half, Jared especially in the second half before Jared kind of got into foul trouble. It was a game where you like to try to get into the post. You talk about the fronting of the post, though. What was the challenge of trying to get those guys the basketball, and what did you see out of those two tonight?
It was there initially, and then they get around in front. And so we were talking about throwing the skip pass and holding them off. But Newton's credit, their defense was on point tonight. And, they take away what our strength is. hats off to Bill Lilly. He's a really good coach and really runs some good stuff.
For the rest of your team, Spencer Tucker came up with 10 clutch points toward the end of the game, also had 7 assists. But Ryan Yates, who's been your best free throw shooter all season long, goes to the line. He's hit some clutch ones already this season, on the road especially, which you'd figure that all of that is more difficult than what he was facing at the front end of a 1-and-1 out of a timeout. What did you say in that timeout?
We talked about what we're going to do when he makes both. We're going to foul as soon as he gets around half court, make him, it's going to be.
So you were going to foul if he made both?
We're going to foul if he made both. That's what we believe in. Anything close to half court, not probably across because there's only 5.7 seconds left. And I just said, Ryan, you're going to make both of these. And his knees were shaking a little bit in front of the big crowd. But we have faith in him. And, the funny thing is, and I crossed Jared's dad on the way up here. He goes, yeah, it's weird. Jared makes both of his, and Ryan, who's been so money from the free throw line, misses his. So, it goes in stretches. But, I told our guys in the locker room, a win's a win. Did we play well? No. But we needed games like this, and we really got to have 2 good days of practice. We got a really tough one on Friday at Norwalk, who's, if the analogy blood in the water, I would say that would probably what they would be.
They're mad.
Yes,
they're mad about the first time they came here. They're mad they lost a game on the road to Indianola, and they want to show everybody that they still belong in the upper echelon of Class 3A. That brings me to my next question here. This is a character-building win for so many different reasons.
Yeah.
What do you hope specifically your guys learn from this game?
How to win games down the stretch. How to win close games. Every possession matters. Every stop matters. Every rebound matters. Early in the first half, you give up an offensive rebound putback. That doesn't seem like it matters. But guess what? When a coach stands on a chair and gets technical, we knock down both free throws and you lose by 1. Every possession matters, and that's what we're trying to teach them.
You ever thought about standing on a chair to protest a call?
Never seen it in my life. I told the officials I've never seen it in my life.
Coach Henry said he couldn't see it. He's never seen it.
That cost them the game.
Yeah.
They lost by 1. We made both free throws. Not a very wise decision.
So you're probably not going to be sitting on chairs anytime.
Absolutely not. I don't know what he was. I don't know.
Hey,
it's his prerogative.
Well, a 1-point win's a 1-point win for you. A 1-point loss for him. He's going to have to figure something out. You'll never have to see him for the rest of this season, which is nice.
We'll always have to see Garrett Sturtz, and according to Bill Lilly, I'll never have to see him again because he's going back to Seattle.
All right. Well,
so be it.
Twist my arm a little bit.
Yeah,
why don't you?
That's all right.
Coach, congrats, man.
Hey, thanks, man.
It's great to get a win like this. Thanks so much.
What's up with the color guy tonight?
Hey, you know what? He said he knew you. I had an opening. Mr. Silvers, Calvin Silvers, he's my Tuesday guy. He's sick with the illness that's been going around, so I was just kind of like, who could help me out tonight? And Coach Henry's sitting over there, and I asked him. He said, yeah.
I told Henry on his way out, I said, you just add another thing to your resume.
Hey,
color broad commentator.
It's pretty deep at this point.
Yeah. Just keep pulling people up out of the crowd.
Hey, how about this as an offer? One day, if you come to a William Penn game, you can sit on and call one of his games.
Absolutely.
All right.
My pleasure.
It's a date. Coach Ryan Parker, congratulations, my friend, and we'll be seeing you on Friday.
Absolutely. Thanks.
We'll take a short break. Come back with more after this on the No Coast Network.
You built a castle so that the prince and princess can live happily ever after. You brought the sunshine to shine upon the whole family's future. But when the sun hides behind the clouds, State Farm can help. We put the life back in life insurance to protect your family's finances, not only in the future, but today.
Call your State Farm agent Kelly Style in Oskaloosa today.
Providing high-quality professional eye care with a truly caring staff is what Oskaloosa Vision Center has been doing for more than 30 years. With our state-of-the-art equipment, we can provide comprehensive eye exams, prescription glasses, and contact lenses, as well as medical care like eye infection and disease treatment, emergency eye care, and pre- and post-operative aid. Newborn to adult, we have the experience to meet all your eye care needs. Oskaloosa Vision Center. Come see us today.
Back here live at the Crow's Nest, I'm currently being joined by the Oskaloosa point guard, Spencer Tucker. Spencer, this game is a tight one. You've been the starting point guard for Oskaloosa basketball since your sophomore year, now as a seasoned senior. This game was one that Oskaloosa last year wasn't going to pull out. You can see the growth this team has at this point. For you players, especially you specifically, what made this team, what guided this team to the victory when the going got tough as Newton kept coming back at you in the fourth quarter?
I think everyone on the team kept their heads, so that's always good when your team, like, they think that we're going to win the game. And then we made free throws down the stretch, which we haven't done all year, and we needed to tonight, and we did it, so that was good. And I think just our defense, we realized we needed to play harder defense, and everyone stepped up a little bit.
With you had an opportunity to hit a couple of open shots in this game from deep where you usually make your home. I said this on the broadcast. You finished with 10 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists, and 1 steal. Spencer Tucker last year, even your sophomore year, you may not have been a factor at all if those three-pointers aren't falling for you. The development of your game this year has been something that's really taken this team to the next level. I mean, 7 assists, and you set up Cole Henry with some easy looks down low. For you, what has the mindset changed? Obviously, it grew some, but for your development, what has made you such a different player this year? The fact that you can still finish with 10 points when your shot's not falling, you still finish with 7 assists even though the shot's not falling, and play some strong defense as well.
Well, when I drive to the hoop and I have Cole and Zay just waiting at the hoop for a ball, I mean, it's not very hard to give them the ball because you just got to toss it up and they're there. And, I mean, if that lane's open and my shot's off, so I got to try to work to get there, and I can use a little bit of my speed. I think I got a little bit faster off the dribble, so that's helped a lot. And, you know, some nights you just walk in the gym and you're not having your shot go, but you got to try to make other guys go. So that's kind of my mindset when I'm not making shots is you got other guys on your team that can do just as good of stuff as I can, so just get them the ball.
You guys have a couple of tough days of practice. I'm sure Coach Parker's going to want to improve a lot of what you guys are doing, but Friday's going to be a challenge. You're going to a very good Norwalk team that's only lost twice this season, once to you and once to Indianola. They are going to be angry about the 35-point drubbing you guys put on them in this gym. They want to try to return the favor. How are you guys preparing for that one, especially knowing that you're going to be guarding Bowen Bourne, and you did such a great job shutting him down in the first game?
I want to go into that game, and I want to have like the mindset we have that we're walking into a home game. With our crowd here and everything, we're so hyped to play a hard game, and I think if our team walks in there and they play with their like heart instead of like just their mind, we'll be a lot better because we're just gonna go out and think we're gonna win games. So, I mean, yeah, we killed them here, but it's a different night, Friday night, and Coach Parker will get us ready for it. He'll get us in the gym. He'll get us doing some competitive stuff with each other. And I think we'll be ready for Friday.
Not to take your mind off basketball, but I want an expert's opinion. Tiger's looking pretty good these days. What do you think his 2018 is going to look like?
I think it's going to get better. His back's looking healthy, and I like to see Tiger doing good stuff because he's a good golfer. He deserves to get some of his mojo back.
You think he wins a major?
No.
All right.
There's too much young talent.
He's going to draw the line there.
Yeah.
Spence, congratulations on the win, my friend,
Thank you.
and we'll be talking to you again very soon.
All right.
We'll take another short break, wrap things up after this on the No Coast Network.
Look at that mouth. That poor, parched mouth. What'd you eat for lunch? Chalk dust? Did your face storm a sandcastle? You're being awfully quiet. Is that because your mouth feels like the business end of a Dremel saw? Is it because your mouth just wrote a haiku and all 17 syllables were dry heaves? Right now, your mouth could be tongue bathing in the refreshing citrus kick of Mountain Dew. Instead, it feels like you've been motorboating King Tut's sarcophagus. Show some mercy. Crack open an ice-cold Mountain Dew. You know your mouth wants you to. Do the Dew.
Kevin, meet your father.
Kevin.
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 Trusted advice for life.
Kevin, how's your mom? Thank you.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
Back here one final time from the Crow's Nest, and what a fantastic night of basketball. Two very tight ball games. Oskaloosa girls battled tough in their closest game of the season, but unfortunately fell short against Newton earlier tonight by a score of 28-24. The Indian girls now sitting with a record overall of 0-18 and 0-11 in Little Hawkeye, but you see the growth from the girls and Coach J.C. White. She's going to have these girls ready to play against Norwalk on Friday night. Also, the Oskaloosa boys, they had to survive another 42 points from Garrett Sturtz. but they were able to do so, eking out with a 57-56 victory after an explosive fourth quarter. The Indian boys now sit at 16-1 overall, 11-0 in the Little Hawkeye, ahead of their game against Norwalk, which is a huge matchup on the road in the Des Moines area on Friday. Again, that's our next Oskaloosa broadcast, so be sure to check that out on 99.5 FM and AM 740 KMZN, radiokmzn.com, the KMZN mobile app. Audio only. Norwalk says no space for our video equipment or our video crew, so if you're looking for video, unfortunately we won't have it for you on Friday night, but we will have the audio as always for you live right here on the No Coast Network, so don't miss out on that. We'll be sure to give you all the action with myself and Doug DeCock on the call from Norwalk as the Indians look for a couple of wins on the road in the Little Hawkeye. If you're looking for other programming, we have plenty for you. William Penn University women's and men's basketball, they are on a roll this season. 15-5 women, the 20-1 men, unanimous number one in the nation and in the IA Division I. They are playing on the road at Mount Mercy in Cedar Rapids. Our broadcast will start around 5:15, 5:30 tip for the women. The men will follow. Also, if you're looking for something a little bit interesting, check out 104.9 FM KBOE and KBOEradio.com tomorrow night, starting right around 5:15. I have my show South by South Central. My buddy Brian Myers joins me, and we're unpacking a lot. Regionals for small school girls basketball, the sub-state pairings for Class 3A and 4A boys basketball. We'll be chatting about wrestling sectionals and wrestling districts that are coming up with sectionals this weekend in the entire state of Iowa. And we'll also be talking about Iowa high school football, the brand new playoff rules, the brand new districts. All of that is going to be there, and I have an interview set up with Todd Tharp, who is the football director of the Iowa High School Athletic Association. So that should be fantastic. Join us there at 5:15 on 104.9 FM KBO if you're looking for more high school coverage. That'll do it for us. For my broadcast partner this evening, John Henry, as well as the Oskaloosa video production crew, our director Dino Landucci here live on location, as well as Kenny Jones back in the No Coast Network studios. This is Emery Songer signing off. Newton defeats Oski's girls 28-24. The Osky boys are able to stay unbeaten in Little Hawkeye play, 57-56 over Newton. My name's Emery Songer. I'm signing it off from the Crow's Nest here at the Oskaloosa High School Gymnasium, right here on the No Coast Network.
This has been Oskaloosa Indians basketball action on the No Coast Network.
Brought to you by Mahaska, Bank Iowa, Cloud Valve Company, Kelly Style Insurance, Oskaloosa Area Chamber, Petrito Orthodontics, Hawkeye Real Estate, Swim Sports, Awards and Screen Printing, Raymond James Financial Services, William Penn University, Fairway, Kinetic Edge Physical Therapy, Roxfort's Decorating Center, Pella Printing, Penn Central Mall, Oskaloosa Vision Center, Robert Auld Investments, and Mahaska Drug.
This has been a presentation of the No Coast Network.